What's going on, y'all? It's Big Facts coming at you again with nothing but facts. So, recently, we see a lot of female hypergamy being at its all-time high. Men complaining about that. I don't understand why those men do, but they complain about female hypergamy, that women only want men with money, with clout. They're clout chasers. She's only interested on how, your social status, etc., etc. All that kind of stuff. Whether you have a good body, you look good, all that, all those kind of things. Those superficial things. But what I don't see any problem with that, because what men need to come to grips with is that female hypergamy is only going to work against the feminist movement. It really is. So I don't see why a woman would want to be equal with a man, yet she wants to practice hypergamy. That is a contradiction in and itself. It's a huge contradiction. All right, because there should be no way you should be trying to move up in class. You're trying to date up in class, but then you want us to be seen as equal with that person who's in a higher status than you. It's not going to go down that way, because that person in his mind knows that you're beneath me, and there's no way that we can be equal. Men are logical. No man is logically going to be able to come to grips with that. So, men, I really do. Yeah, women, go and be hypergamous. Yeah, practice female hypergamy. Do that all you want. But just know all you're doing is just killing the feminist movement. It can't happen. Now, some of you who don't know, let's give you the definition of what hypergamy is. All right? Hypergamy is the action of marrying a person of a superior caste or class. Or in other words, you're dating up in social status. You're moving up. Men practice that. Men have men hypergamy, where we will always want to be with the hottest chick. That's the male version of hypergamy. She's a hot chick. She's a dime, a 10 out of 10, whatever you want to call it. She's a baddie, all that. And men and women have their ways of practicing hypergamy. Women, that's why I always say it. With women, it's about success appeal, and with men, it's about sex appeal. That's number one. I'm going to say that again. Women, it's success appeal. She's always going to go for the man who is deemed more successful, looking more successful, who has the opportunity to be more successful. A woman will always go to that. That's why I say, men, don't focus on the superficial stuff like the looks. Focus on improving yourself to make yourself successful. Because it's in a woman's natural instinct to want to be with somebody who will be able to provide for her, take care of her and her offsprings. So that's why with women, it's about success appeal. And with men, women have figured this out, man. Women have figured this out. With men, it's about sex appeal. That's why women come out in scantily clad clothing to the clubs. And she's lying when she says she feels comfortable in that. Because nobody feels comfortable half naked. Because if that's the case, why not just go fully naked? Make yourself completely 100% comfortable. But women have figured out, if you want to attract high value men, or if you want to just attract men in period, you have to protrude sex appeal. You have to look sexy. It's the same reason why I say sports like the WNBA or female football, unless it's lingerie football, that won't ever sell, because there's no sex appeal to it. Unless those female athletes start looking sexy, that's where you get those men attraction. You get men attracted to that, and dollars will start coming for it. But that's on a whole nother subject in itself. So men, female have figured out, they practice their own, they figured it out that, hey, they have to protrude sex appeal if they want to attract high value men. So men, if you want to practice your own form of hypergamy, you have to protrude success. That's why other guys who get it know that, hey, I got to work hard, do what I got to do so I could be able to get that flashy car, that Benz, that Beamer, a Bentley, a Jaguar. I have to show that I have money. And no matter how you look, she will follow. I mean, look at some of these athletes or even rappers or even non entertainers. They could just be businessmen. They don't look the best, but they have some of the best looking women in the world. They're both practicing hypergamy. That man is dating up in looks, and that woman is dating up in success. That's how it works. This is how it goes. And that's why I say it's going to contradict feminism. You can't in no way say to yourself as a woman, and you're a feminist, that you're equal to a man, all right, where you're not even as successful as him. He's not going to, there's no way he's going to buy that, because you're of a lower class than him. I'm not saying he should downright disrespect you, dog you out, make you feel less than a human being, but let's call a spade a spade. There's levels to this, and you're just not at his level. And even if you were, let's say if you were financially or in terms of career at his level, a woman wouldn't even be going after such a man, because that's the antonym of hypergamy. That's practicing hypogamy. And no woman is going to do that. Very rare do you see a woman date a man of a lower social status. It's just not in women naturally to do so. She won't do that. She won't be with that guy. Now, a lot of you say, oh, this is that red pill talk. Well, maybe you guys need to call it whatever you want. This is that truth talk. This is big facts. And I'm telling you how it is. So, hypergamy only just contradicts the feminist movement. Men aren't going for non-feminine women. All right? They want that woman who is going to be feminine, who's going to be a ladies' lady. You know how they have a man's man? A ladies' lady. She looks good, can take care of a home, love you right. He doesn't want another captain that he's going to be competing with, because two captains can't run a ship. And how hypergamy kills the feminist movement is because those same feminists also want to practice chivalry. You can't have chivalry in a feminist society. No, sorry. If you want women to be equal to men, you can't have chivalry. Impossible. Not going to happen. Not at all. Not at all. Chivalry was about, because back then in society, they knew men and women were not equal. So to cater to that woman for the things that she couldn't do, men practice chivalry, like open doors, stand up for her, give up her seat, paid for certain meals. But if you want to be equal, you can't be mad at a man when he looks at you like, hey, we got to go half on this bill, or you got to pay for it, or I'm not giving up my seat to you, because we're equal. Men don't do that to each other. No way two men are one standing up, one sitting down on the bus, that man's going to give up his seat for the other man. Impossible. You don't see that happening. So women, you want to be equal to men? That's not going down like that. So as long as hypergamy is being practiced by women in society, it's only going to contradict the feminist movement. Men, do not worry about it. Just ignore those feminists. You don't have to date them. There's plenty of women out there that don't subscribe to that kind of ideology. Go for those. And you will see, as time goes on, there will be a shortage of married couples. And there will be an increase of single women, and those women will soon find out that they signed up to an ideology that does not work out for them. Which is why they're in constant tug and pull. But I want to hear what you guys have to say. Like, comment, and subscribe down below. I'm out.